is no secret that purchasing a house can be extremely expensive, and according to Zillow's latest survey, the average house in the United States costs just over $244,000. A study conducted by the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that, because of this, the average American family spends close to 33% of their annual salary on housing-related costs. In most cases, earning through real estate could require enormous sums of money to be invested up front, but with the help of the house hacking strategy, it could be easier than you think. In this video, we will explain what house hacking is and what its benefits are, and we will show you some easy steps that you can follow to get started. Watch all the way to the end to not miss out on the most common mistakes that must be avoided if you want to invest successfully in the real estate market as a beginner using this method. House hacking definition. Because of the high cost of housing, more and more people are transitioning towards house hacking as a sustainable way of entering the real estate market as a beginner while also lowering the monthly housing expenses. House hacking is the investment strategy through which the investor earns passive income by renting out a portion of their primary residence. The income that is generated this way can be used to pay off your mortgage. This phenomenon has developed all around the US, especially in large urban cities in which the rent would take a very large share of the monthly income. Instead, thanks to house hacking, the homeowner can partially or even totally reduce the monthly housing expenditure by renting out part of their primary residence. This investing strategy is very flexible, as it can be performed either with a single or multi-family home. House hacking with a single-family home gives less privacy and flexibility to the homeowner, but it also requires a smaller investment to enter the market. On the other hand, house hacking with a multi-family home requires a higher amount of capital to get started, but it also has a higher profit potential. Additionally, multi-family properties are composed of separate units, so they could provide more privacy to the owner. Because of this, house hacking with multi-family houses also works as a long-term solution as opposed to a single-family home, which is more of a starting point. Here are the major benefits that come from house hacking. 1. Reducing or even eliminating housing expenses. House hacking, when it is done correctly, has the potential to not only cover the mortgage expense but also all other costs, such as taxes, insurance, and utilities. This is the main reason it became so popular, especially among young people with not a lot of money to spare. 2. Passive income. The type of income you earn from the house hacking real estate investment strategy is passive income. As we have previously discussed in our video, What Schools Should Have Taught You About Money, passive income is regarded as the best type of income since it doesn't depend on your time, and it benefits from rather low taxes compared to income taxes from employment in the United States. 3. Real estate investing career. Because house hacking not only significantly reduces the monthly expenditure on housing but also earns you passive income each month, it is the perfect start to a real estate investing career. Additionally, this strategy is extremely scalable. Once you have saved up enough money from your primary job and the rental income, you can invest in another property and build up a big real estate portfolio over time. 4. Mitigate risks. By sharing the house with other individuals, the original risk of purchasing a house and paying the mortgage is reduced, as the owner won't have to worry about paying all the bills by themselves. This concept has been perfectly explained by Daniel Sperling Horowitz, the CEO of OfferMarket, who said, "House hacking de-risks the home purchase because you subsidize your monthly costs of home ownership." This is not only a great way to build equity instead of spending money on rent, it's also a great way to dramatically reduce your overall housing costs, which allows increased savings and investment. How to start house hacking as a beginner. House hacking might seem very complicated to a beginner, but by following these 3 easy steps, it could become much easier. 1. Analyze the housing market. This first step is crucial to determine if this real estate investment strategy could be profitable in your area. Even if house hacking is a phenomenon that is increasing in popularity, you should conduct your own research to check whether there is enough demand for the investment to be worth it. During this research, you should evaluate the average rent in the area, the price difference between a multifamily and a single-family home, and finally, you should estimate the cost of other expenses such as repairs, insurance, income taxes, and more. 2. Analyze financing possibilities and choose the best one. This step is necessary to ensure that the profitability of the investment isn't entirely eroded by mortgage rates. There are many types of financing plans that a potential buyer can choose, but it could be the case that you are not able to access all of them, or that simply some mortgage plans are not convenient for you. Nowadays, thanks to online mortgage calculators, it is pretty easy to calculate exactly how much each mortgage rate will be based on the financing method you choose, so you can use these online tools to find out how every method would affect your monthly rental income. 3. Find the best property. Once you have determined that the house hacking strategy is profitable in your area, then you just have to look for a great property that suits your investment strategy. Generally, houses near public transportation, schools, hospitals, and other facilities will generate higher demand and therefore higher rents. Additionally, you should look for houses that have multiple bedrooms and comfortable living spaces, as they can be more easily rented at a higher price. Finally, keep in mind that houses with finished basements and other potential living spaces could be a hidden gem if you will be willing to do some home renovations. Common house hacking mistakes. House hacking has the potential to be a very profitable and sustainable way of investing in the real estate market, but just like many other strategies, it could have some pretty severe consequences. These are the most common mistakes that beginners make when investing in the real estate market using the house hacking strategy. 1. Not keeping a reserve or emergency fund. Regardless of the type of investment you are planning to make, there will always be some risks involved. For example, in the real estate market, the most common types of risks are drops in housing prices, changes in rental demand, and many others. Because of these risks, you should always keep enough money in an emergency fund to cover at least 6 months of rent and other living expenses. 2. Accumulating too much debt. As we previously said, house hacking is easily scalable, but if you excessively speed up the process, you could accumulate too much debt. By doing so, you could incur default risks if you are not able to keep paying your mortgage rates each period. 3. Not accurately checking mortgage requirements and local regulations. Accurately reading and understanding both the mortgage requirements and the local regulations is very important, because not following these laws and conditions might result in legal actions and a significant drop in the property's value. For example, many mortgage plans require the owner to keep living in the house for a prolonged period after the purchase, whereas others might require different conditions. The same concept applies to local regulations, as some cities do not allow homeowners to turn garages or basements into living spaces. 4. Not taking landlord duties seriously. By living in the house with your tenants, you could develop a close relationship with them over the years, but you should always remember that you are the landlord. This implies many responsibilities, such as collecting rent, screening and evicting tenants, caring for the maintenance of the house and its appliances, and more. Additionally, you should set clear and enforceable boundaries with the tenants early on, so that if there are some particular rules to follow inside the house, they will be aware of them straight away. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe now!